Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Haley, and today I have this fun spring peachy makeup tutorial for you. I think this would look perfect on vacation, at the beach, at any spring or summer party you're going to this season. So yeah, please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel before you leave today. That way we'll be sure you're not missing out on anything. And yeah, if you'd like to see how I got this look right here, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to start by priming my skin with this Badescu facial spray in the lavender scent. Just give myself a couple spritzes. And then right after that, I'm going to take this Becca First Light Priming Filter. And this is the Complexion Refresh. I've used this like a million times on my channel, so nothing new. Alright, next up for foundation, I'm going to be using the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation in the shade number 7 Cream Cameo. And this shade is way darker than my face, but as you can see, my body is quite a bit tanner than my face, so it will all even out in the end. Just bear with me. And it looks like a lot right now, but I'm going to use a sponge, and sponges tend to soak up product. There's like kids getting off the bus right now. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and use my Morphe Beauty Sponge to blend this out. Alright, for concealer, I'm going to be taking this Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light Neutral. I'm going to go ahead and conceal my under eye as well as some other areas of my face. And I'm going to take that same sponge and go ahead and blend this out. I really like this sponge because it has a flat edge like this, so it's really easy to get right up underneath my eye. I think it's impossible to not make ugly faces when you're blending out your concealer. That's just life. And I'm going to drag that over my eyelids to go ahead and prime them for when we do eyeshadow later on. I usually don't do cream contour, but I'm feeling it today, so I'm going to take this Colourpop No Filter Concealer in the shade Tan 50. So it's significantly darker than my skin color, but that is why we are using it for contour. Okay, nothing too crazy, just a little bit. And I'm going to take a different beauty sponge, a clean one, and I'm going to go ahead and start to blend this out. I'm not really bringing it down or up, I'm just kind of focusing on right where it is. We don't want to move it around too much because if it starts to get down here, it can look pretty muddy. So that is why I'm keeping it right here. So for the rest, I'm going to take this brush, and it's like a more fluffy brush. That way it doesn't move the product around as much. This brush allows me to be a little bit more precise. Okay, we are all contoured. I am going to add a little bit of my concealer back down here just because I think that we kind of got out of our lines a little bit, which is fine. But I'm just going to draw a line right here. I'm going to take my MAC Studiofix powder next in my beauty sponge, and I'm just going to bake in the areas that I put concealer, especially in my T-zone because that's where I tend to get oily throughout the day. So I'm just going to do that really quickly. And baking with a foundation powder instead of a translucent powder actually eliminates your chances for flashback. So that's one of the main reasons I really like this too. It's a good trick to know if you're doing like bridal makeup or if you're doing your own makeup or for any special occasion. So something I picked up along the way. Alright, and then for the rest, I'm just going to take this fluffy brush. This is the E34 by Morphe. And I'm just going to kind of tap around the rest of my face with that. Okay, we're all set. Now it's time for bronzer slash contour. I'm going to start with a contour shade and then I'm going to bronze it out, if that makes sense. So I really like this shade by Too Faced for contour. It's the Deep Matte Bronzer, and it has more of a neutral tone than the bronzers I usually go for, which is why it's really great for contour. So I'm going to take that same brush that we blended out our cream contour with. I am just going to lightly buff this right where we put that other contour. Just on the very outside. I'm not going to bring it all the way in because then it can start to look kind of harsh. We do not want it to look harsh. And I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and just go over everything. See, it looks a lot more subtle. So since this is more of a cool tone than I would go for normally, I'm feeling like I need to warm up my face just because, you know me, I like to be looking like a Cheeto at all times. So I'm going to take my Give Me Sun by MAC, my tried and true, and just lightly bronze my face up. Always gotta go down the neck. We can't have people knowing our secrets. So since we are doing a very peachy look today all over, I'm gonna go ahead and take this Morphe 9B palette and take this super peachy shade up in the top, and I'm gonna add some blush to my cheeks. And these are super pigmented, so you gotta tap off that excess, girl. You gotta tap it off. For highlighter, I'm going to take this Carli Bybel Deluxe palette and my Real Techniques fan brush, and I'm going to mix these 3 shades together. And I'm going to take this Morphe M321 and mix them all together again and then highlight my nose and my Cupid's bow. Okay, before we move on, I'm going to just go ahead and set my face with that same Mario Badescu spray that we primed with. And now we're going to move on to eyes. So I'm going to prime my eyelids with a little bit of Shape Tape, and I'm not taking very much at all. I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger. And I'm not going to set this with a like bone colored powder just because I want the shadows to be really pigmented, so I want my eye to be tacky when I lay the shadow down. So I am actually going to start by dipping into this blush palette right here, and I'm going to use the same shade that we put on our cheeks. I'm going to do that using my Morphe M441, and this one's clean, which is a miracle. Just gonna buff that, and we're gonna use this as our transition shade. Next, I'm gonna take this Carli Bybel palette and I'm going to dip into this brown shade right here, and I'm gonna focus that right below where we put the peach shade. And I'm using the same brush, just FYI. So right below is where we're gonna keep our focus. And then once everything is buffed in, I'm going to go ahead and just sweep my brush all throughout. So now I'm going to be dipping back into our peach shade right here, and I'm going to use a little bit more of a stiffer brush. This is the E22 by Morphe, and I'm going to focus this on our outer corner. Then once that's down, I'm going to go ahead and take my M441 and just blend it all out. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with our lid shade, which is going to be this one right here from the Carli Bybel palette. And I'm just going to go straight in with my finger and apply this. So I'm just going to put this. Oh, it's so pretty. All over the lid. Kind of stopping like right here, because we're going to go ahead and add more shadows after we're finished with this. So I'm going to take that M441 and just go over lightly my crease one more time. Okay, so I think that looks gorgeous, and if you wanted to, you could stop right here, but I want the outer corner to be a little more deep, so I am going to add a little bit of this brown color from the palette right on that outer part, and then just kind of blend it down into my lash line. Now I'm going to repeat everything I just did on my lower lash line, and I'm using this Morphe E18 brush to do so. So I like to just mix them all together at once. I have like the light brown from this palette, and I have the peach right here. I'm just going to run it all across at the same time. And for my inner corner, I'm going to take this shade right here, this golden one, on this Morphe E35 detail brush. I'm just going to pop that on the inner corner. I'm going to mix it with the lighter gold one too. Alright, I'm just going to add a thin line of eyeliner. I don't really want to wing today, so. This is the Physicians Formula. It's like a serum eyeliner, but I'll leave the exact name down below for you, as always. While my lash glue dries, I'm going to go ahead and add some mascara. You could totally just walk away right here if you wanted to, like I said, but I'm going to go ahead and apply some falsies. I went ahead and applied my false lashes, and I also took a brown gel liner and just kind of put it in my waterline. I used this one by Colourpop. It is in the shade Mr. Bing. And now moving on to lips, I'm going to be taking this Too Faced Melted Matte Lipstick in the shade Feelin Myself. This is one of my favorite shades for summer. I love it. I will say the formula is a little bit drying, so make sure that you have on a lip balm or that you've done a lip scrub before you go ahead and put this on, but I highly recommend it. It is a beautiful color. Yeah, guys, this is about it for this look. I'm going to go do my hair and I'll be right back. Alright guys, that completes this peachy, colorful, fun spring makeup tutorial. I'm not really sure what I'm calling it yet. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave me a comment down below letting me know what you'd like to see in my next video. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!